So we should be back live now. We're going to be trying to look at Scarlet Tempest once more.
Yeah, we will have to do this one again. So, yeah.
Okay, going back into it now. Again, Scarlet Tempest here. The beginning will be featuring mainly accuracy-based patterns. The very start is a bit more difficult. A few bursts of streams here and there, going into some LNs and tricky patterns here. A slight bit into the map, and after that we should be going into the streams, I believe. Yeah, as we can see here, 1.6 streams at 165 BPM is definitely going to be tripping a lot of players up. These are very difficult. You need to be consistent, you need to have endurance, you need to be very focused when you're hitting these. You definitely need to also have the speed required for this. The patterns do get quite tricky as well. Moving into more accuracy-based patterns about a third into the map. Well, it does feature some tricky patterns. Again, accuracy mainly, but still tricky patterns. As it is a shoegazer map, so that should be expected. A few bursts as well, going into some very fast streams about halfway through the map. But we will be going into break right about now, which you might be able to use to recover some of your focus, some of your consistency, get a bit back into the mindset of playing, although you might also be able to see your opponent's scores, which can definitely be detrimental if you're both very close. It might make you very nervous. Going back into the very fast streams around a 1/4 into the map. As mentioned before, these require consistency, endurance, and lots of focus to hit properly. The patterns are very tricky. Tricky and fast. They continue for very long as well. Going back into some more accuracy-based patterns right towards the ending. And with that, we should be done with Scarlet Tempest this time. Hopefully, no issues this time.
Yeah, it's shown on stream. It's fine. Oh, at least the map is shown on stream, so we are fine with that. We're gonna move on to the technical maps now. The technical map we'll be going first will be In My System by Valedict. This one is, according to Abraxos, gets more convoluted near the end, requires burst and jack speed, so that's that.
Well, Valedict makes a lot of tricky maps as well, as I believe a lot of us know. So this one can definitely be quite difficult indeed, being a technical map. So the first technical map being in my system, Sigma difficulty by Valid. Plenty of burst streams here, as we can see early on, which I believe Valedix is quite likes to map. This is going to be requiring quite a lot of focus to properly hit without dropping any notes. Some of the streams getting very, very fast, a few notes generally being hit faster than any of the other ones. Ooh, going into some very, very difficult streams as well, about halfway through the map. A few trills as well is going to be very difficult to a lot of players to be hitting properly. Raveille still holding the full combo actually. About 2/3 into the map now, going into the around the last quarter here. The patterns consistently get more and more difficult, more rolly, and requiring lots of focus, lots of finger control. And reading, not to mention. Reading is a massive part of this. Going into the very ending here, I believe, considering how the scores are, there shouldn't be any more difficult, super difficult parts of this. I'm expecting mostly cast accuracy now. And yeah, that is going to be it. So that's in my system. First technical map, and it definitely is technical.
I totally forgot about the final long note. Whoops. Anyways, we will move on to the next technical map, which is a pretty familiar song, I think. I don't really know the song too well myself, but this song is called Quatre Mains. Some French stuff, I don't know. It's just called Quatre Mains. It's a piano map, there's burst and jack speed. It's kind of the same as in my system.
So I'm not actually, I've never seen this before either. So we'll be seeing how this looks. Should be going into now Quatre Mains. I have no clue how that's actually pronounced. Ooh, lots of jacks here actually, already early on in the map. Lots of BPM differences it seems as well. Or it's just generally set very high. No, it seems like the BPM changes quite often with this. Some tricky burst streams and lots of jacks here to look out for. About a third through the map, somewhat calm section, although the patterns here are very streamy and difficult to hit properly, so you can't really calm down here at all actually. Hitting the halfway point of the map, the patterns are very, very tricky here, lots of jacks, a lot of streams. Moving into the about 2/3 of the map finished. The map continuing to have a sort of calmer section, although with a lot of difficult streams. A prolonged trill, which can definitely trip some players up. and very, very tricky patterns. Going right into the ending here, longer jacks there anchored down on the 4th note, which can definitely trip some players up. That will be the second technical map, Quatre Mains.
Yep. And that will conclude the technical map section. We're now going to move on to the fun maps. The fun ones, in my opinion. We're going to move...
The fun maps?
Fun maps. SV ones.
Oh,
Something off with my map.
Alright.
So I'll just say that this map is pretty light memorization. You shouldn't be spending too long to memorize this map. I'd say an hour at best. Like an hour tops. But this one is mostly long note oriented. That's about it.
Alright, Ultra Bass Kick, or Ultra B plus K by Nord2R. If you're familiar with BBKK, BKK, you might also be familiar with this song. The 80 Hertz difficulty. So this one will be based on SVs and long notes, as Raveille mentioned. Oh, as we can see here, some teleports here, which can definitely... shouldn't take too long to learn, but can definitely trip you up. It's very easy to choke on if you're being very nervous. Lots of long notes based patterning, which can trip up some players' accuracy. Ooh, some slowdowns into some trickier patterns with the SVs there. And as we can see, that trips up both of the players here, Raveille and Rionoska, although Raveille is holding the full combo, I believe. A bit of a slower, more accuracy-based section around the halfway point. A bit of a build-up here by some jacks. Going into a jump chill. More long note based pattern. These SVs can definitely trip you up a lot. Big portion of the difficulty, though, definitely comes from these LN sections with the tricky patterning. A bit of a SV into the jump stream section towards the end here. Not too fast jump streaming. A few tricky patterns right towards the ending. The SVs shouldn't be too difficult for anyone to learn. As Raveille mentioned, they take an hour tops to get down properly, although they can definitely be easy to choke because that is the nature of SV maps and tournaments.
Next off, we will have a much more speedy SV pick. This one's by Elafie again. This is Shutoko Dokoi. It's a short version. It's MX. It's 4 stars, and this one is basically ultra bass kick without the long notes and more of the speed.
So we'll be going into the second SV map here. Shoot, 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 Tokodokoi. Few long notes right at the start, but I don't think anyone will be tripping up on accuracy here. A few bursts here and there with some faster streams, which might trip some players up in their accuracies department. Maybe even some combo breaks early on. And as you can see, the SVs here are definitely different from Ultra BK. Bit more speed, although I'd say these patterns are more based on accuracy than Ultra BK. A bit of the jump streaming, a few mini jacks in this section here, which can trip up some players. Lots of bursts in the stream towards the end there. Going into a hand stream section, and back to the SVs. That can definitely trip up some players again with the not really being focused, not being ready for them in a tournament setting. Easy to choke on, that is. Lots of LNs and accuracy patterns towards the end here. And some more accuracy-based patterns towards the ending. And a tricky LN section, although which might be tripping some players up. The jumps, trill, or hand split hand trill section towards the end might be tripping up some players, dropping some accuracies, dropping combo potentially.
Alright, and to wrap it all up, we will have the final map of the map pool, which is this song, Nobore Susume Takaito. This is very technical. It has LNs, it has jacks, it has SVs, it has basically everything. It's a very all-rounded tiebreaker, to be honest.
Looking at a Kiku Ohana song, if you're into that. So if I understood it correctly, this is the tiebreaker, potentially. So early on, we were starting off with some slow jams, and some tricky LNs that don't stay with the same timing. So it seems like we're going to have some more technical issues. Hopefully we can get these sorted without having to play through the entire map twice.
Sorry about that. I actually managed to spot the Minisora didn't have the map, so I had to abort.
Alright.
Are we fine now, Minisora? You fine? We might have to restart this again. I don't know if we will have to restart for the tiebreaker, but we'll see.